What's up, strength entrepreneurs? Another ride home. Monday here in Jersey, back to work after my nice weekend of hiking the gorges of upstate New York and doing the winery and brewery tours of the Finger Lakes. Very nice. Highly recommend that. I came back today to the gym, and obviously it's 100 degrees here in Jersey. It was like 96 or something today, very humid. And the gym was packed. We had a bunch of teams in today, and the place was popping. And I'm standing there looking around, and I'm like, man, look at the atmosphere in here. This place is wild, right? The music's blasting. I got 20 kids on one side of the gym doing one thing. I got 15 kids on the turf doing another. I had 20 kids with me training, me and another coach. So I'm like, what is it, man? What is it that makes it special? What is it that makes our gym, and a lot of other gyms special? And I'm gonna say it's training partners, it's atmosphere, and it has a lot less to do with what I put on the whiteboard than how I convey the message of the importance of working together, teamwork, spotting each other, moving fast, changing weights, coaching and spotting each other, as opposed to just me looking at me all the time, waiting for me to tell them what to do or making cues as to their technique. So, one of the big things, when I went to Westside Barbell in 2005 for the first time, and I walked in there, and there were all these lifters warming up, doing their own thing, and some of these guys were about to squat, 800-900 pounds and such. And what I noticed was like the amount of teamwork, spotting, changing weights, gearing each other up, coaching each other up. I expected to see Louis there screaming and yelling at every single person, and although he was absolutely coaching, it was more about the entire group of people that were there at that moment. And I think that anytime you look back in history at any great moment, there was a group of people and a particular event in time, and then everything had to come together at the right time with the right people. And if you took one of those things out of that equation, that thing would never have happened, or it wouldn't be the same. And there's been so many times that I've been in the gym and we just had a day, whatever it was, whether it was conditioning, whether it was lifting. I can't tell you how many times that we've had a day in the gym when, everything just clicked. All the guys in the crew were feeling great. Everybody was fired up. We all had the right breakfast or some shit. And the session was like out of this universe awesome. And I've experienced this in many gyms with many different groups of people. And I think that when you look at that as a totality, and you listen to a lot of the other great strength coaches of the world talk about the team, the group, the community, and things like that, that's what's really special. And I know there's a big push with, one-on-one, creating individualized training programs and things like that, and that's super important, and we do that within the group setting, and we specialize within that group setting. But man, I've never trained harder ever by myself. It just ain't happening. I'm sorry. Fuck that. You're lying to me. That's a bunch of bullshit. I'm super motivated. I love to train, right? And I'll go to the gym and I'll train my ass off. But if a buddy's there, there's 10% more. There just is, right? And that's just the way it goes. So creating an atmosphere and a culture in your gym of training partners, not just people in a class, training partners, people that are helping each other, spotting each other, cueing each other, right? That comes from the top. That comes from you teaching your community how to coach, what to look for. We spend a lot of time talking about spotting and cueing with our athletes especially, but even with our adult community, I want little mini coaches. They're never going to be me. I don't expect them to. Most of them have their own careers and lives and things like that. But being able to help each other, spot each other, cue each other, correct some imbalances. Now, the high-level athletes, they should be able to be, mini strength coaches after a while. Those guys should be dialed in, fired up, and ready to go. And I have some great guys who train with us who are not afraid to coach, spot, call out weights, call out people on shit technique, too much weight, whatever it might be. And that's super important. That's what breeds success. That's what leads. When everybody just looks to you, they lose the ability to think autonomously. When you have a group that collectively makes decisions together, that's powerful, because that's empowering. Okay? Another thing I got from Westside back in 2005, when I went out there, I show up there on a Friday afternoon, and Louis says, "Why don't you come out to breakfast with us in the morning? We're going to go out with the entire crew, and we'll decide what we're going to do that day." And I said, "Wait a minute, you don't have a plan written down?" He said, "Well, plans," he's like, "everybody's got a different plan." So we literally, we'll have breakfast. We'll all talk about what we need to do. And then each guy will pick some of their accessory moves or some of their weak point moves or whatever they need to work on. And they'll work on that. And I said, man, that's awesome. I was like, so a lot of the times, when I'll have a template made for a group, and I'll ask them, "Hey guys, we got to do a push-pull. What do you guys want to do today?" And I give the power to them. So that now they've made a decision. They've in a sense, added value to the session, feel important, feel like I've given them choice, feel like I've given them something to hang their hat on, right? And again, it just gives them onus. Another great tip for all the gyms out there that do sports performance is designate someone a rack captain. Make somebody a captain in each rack. So if you got, let's go, you got 10 kids training. I got 2 racks of 5, right? One kid is a captain that day or that week or something like that. And they pass the baton week after week. They have to name the next guy. And then that creates a leader that is, in a sense, now he's supposed to pay attention. So there's a lot of ways in which you could create the atmosphere. There's a lot of ways in which you can create a culture of training partners being a high importance. We never train alone. I never train alone. I don't let anybody train alone. If I have a pro athlete in who's got nobody to train with, I train with them. I might not do everything. I'm coaching the whole time, so I got to do a lot of talking and cueing and coaching. But I'm going to do a lot of the stuff with them. I'm going to train with them. If we're running sprints, I'm running sprints. We're doing jumps, I'm doing jumps. Because training by yourself sucks, and it's boring, right? And there's only so many people that want to just engage in hours and hours and hours of one-on-one training. Again, not knocking any of the guys out there that do one-on-one. Not knocking any of the guys out there that have high-level athletes who need specialized attention. That's a different thing. But when I got groups of, high school kids, college kids, able-bodied athletes, novice-trained athletes, working together in groups is way more beneficial. You learn more, you get more out of them. They push each other, right? And it creates a community within your community. So training partners is the key, gang. Group training is the way, right? That gets done. And it really takes a great coach like yourselves to instill those values in your community. Teach them how to spot, teach them how to cue, show them what you're looking for. Don't expect miracles, right? Don't expect them to be you. But a little bit, you get 20% more coaching out of your already existing community. That's going to help you a long way. It's going to help you with your results. And it's going to help you with the overall results of your group. So that's my rant for today. Training partners is the key. Go get you some.